Welcome to Brands Hatch for rounds 8, 9 and 10 of Mini Challenge 2013. The racing action is actually headlining this weekend the annual Mini Festival, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Coopers. Now, if you fancied having a go at this yourself, then the hospitality tent is the place to be, because at every race meeting for the rest of this season, they're hosting the Scalextric Mini Challenge competition, and it's in support of the Rainbow Trust Children's Charity. So, Edward, first of all, tell us a little bit about the charity.
Yeah, Rainbow Trust is a children's charity. We've been going for 26 years and we provide practical and emotional support for families who have children with a life-threatening or terminal illness. And what's unique about what we do is there's no time limit on the care, and it can be whatever's needed, emotional or practical, as I said.
So how did this all come about, this whole Scalextric competition? It's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely loving it. It's fantastic that Mini Challenge and Scalextrics have invited us down here today. We've brought a few families along and they're having a fantastic day out. They're loving the cars and we're having a real difficulty getting them off the Scalextrics tracks.
So how this competition works is it's 10 laps, it takes about a minute, and the fastest across the day actually wins themselves a Scalextric set, which is pretty cool. Right, guys? I've got Tom, I've got Jamie, and we're now going to race. Go. So, after yesterday's epic battle, Lee Allen has secured his pole position ahead of Jake Packen in the JCW class, and up front for the Cooper class is Hamish Brandon. Let's go racing.
Large crowd, rolling start here at the Mini Festival, and this is how they line up with the front row of the grid: Lee Allen and Jake Packen. Row 2, Chris Smiley and Lawrence Davey, and then the third row, Chris Smith and William Davis, has been going very well all weekend from Kevin O'Connor and Andy Wilmot. Then we've got Patrick Mortimer and Bob Posier. Craig Creed and John O'Brown had problems yesterday, as did Luke Cordell and Stuart Gould, so watch for them coming through. Then we have the separation back to the Cooper class grid, headed up by Hamish Brandon and Josh Gollin, with Ollie Walker and Gideon Cresswell on row 2, from Justin Taylor and Adrian Norman. But look at this, at the very back of the field, the two fastest men in qualifying, Ricky Page and Shane Stoney, had problems in race 1. Let's see how they get on as the pace car pulls in, and we're about to go racing here on the Brands Hatch Indy circuit. There's number 2, Luke Cordell, trying and maybe just position himself perfectly for the start as the field rumble to the start finish line. Lights go green and away we go. Racing here at Brands Hatch, it's the black car of Jake Packen who goes wheel to wheel with the blue machine of Lee Allen into Paddock Hill Bend, and around the outside goes Packen, who takes the early advantage. Is Lee Allen in second, Chris Smiley is up to third. Everybody cleanly through as they climb up towards Drew. The first time it's Josh Gollin who's taken the early advantage in the Cooper class as well. There's Gollin, number 77, the white car, as around the outside from the back row of the grid comes Ricky Page in the number 33 machine. So Page has made a super start, as has Jake Packen, who leads the pack along the Cooper straight for the first time. Lee Allen busy defending from Chris Smiley. In fourth place, the black car of Lawrence Davey, looking to do much the same from William Davison, and then Chris Smith in black and orange number 10 car, who's rather been shuffled down in the opening exchanges. And Packen tries to make his escape. The rest of the field all queuing up behind Lee Allen, but this could be deceptive, because in the first race of the weekend, Lee very clearly set his car up to work best in the second half of the race, and so expect to see Lee Allen come on strong as the race progresses. In the meantime though, he's going to have to defend into Paddock Hill Bend from Chris Smiley. Allen runs a little bit wide, but able to hold the line as he charges up Hailwood Hill into the braking zone for the hairpin at Druids, as Davey looks to the outside of Smiley. Lawrence Davey, former Legends champion, had a wretched time here on the Grand Prix circuit back in May. It's been going much better though on the Indy circuit. He's worked very hard to get that car set up just to his liking. It's now going very nicely as we head to the battle for the field of the Cooper class runners, with Josh Gollin just clear of Hamish Brandon, Ricky Page and Ollie Walker. Down they come. This is the fight for the class lead. Very, very intense scrapping, as is always the case in the Cooper class, really. The home to some very, very fine and talented young drivers. Accelerating through, leading the race overall, and the JCW class, Jake Packen, you can see the margin he's pulling out over Lee Allen, who's still comes under concerted pressure from Chris Smiley with Lawrence Davey and Chris Smith following behind him, and that gap back to Davison. Field all climb up Harewood Hill, work around the hairpin at Druids before heading back down towards Graham Hill Bend, and Smiley for the moment just content to follow in behind Lee Allen. Let Allen make the running, as in the meantime we've seen a change of lead in the Cooper class, and it's Hamish Brandon who moves to the head of the field. Golin busy defending from Ollie Walker. It's Walker who looks to the outside in the green group car, and he's got a good run here on Josh Golin. Golin squeezed him out though over the grass creek on the Exeter Druids, and Will Walker looked to pounce the inside line into Graham Hill Bend, and also the back of that shot you can see looming large the bright red car of Shane Stoney, the runaway Cooper class leader in terms of championship points. Jinking through Surtees and McLaren, then the fight for second in the Cooper class. Ollie Walker then making his move into clearways. Oh, that's a lovely move from Ollie Walker. He just saw the gap there that Josh Golin left him, and through he went. And Ricky Page is also following through. Shane Stoney attempting to do the same, and this is the beauty of the mini challenge. These cars so evenly matched and the field so competitive that the tiniest of errors can see you losing 4 or 5 places in one fell swoop, and that's exactly what's happened to Josh Golin. He left a car's width into clearways. He's been punished by loss of 3 places. Gideon Cresswell trying very, very hard to get on terms as well, as he gets it all sideways through Paddock Hill Bend. Around Druids they come. Meanwhile, Jake Packard still leads the way as Lee Allen once more comes under pressure from Chris Smiley. Smiley in the red car all over the tail of Allen. It's particularly Paddock Hill Bend where Smiley really fancies his chances, breaking very deep into the corner, but they're about to encounter a little bit of traffic here. It's Grace Williams, Trevor Bates and Simon Walton having a scrap. It's Bates in the blue car, just the tail of number 9, Simon Walton, as Jake Packard looks to scythe between them. Oh my goodness me, he leaves that very, very close as he goes between Bates and Walton. He then accelerates past Grace Williams into Surtees. They continue their battle under braking into clearways. Bates trying to gain a little bit of ground there. Let's have another look at this from Jake Packard. Well, if there are auditions to be a stunt driver in the next James Bond movie, Packard's probably won the part with that, as he's now though coming under pressure from Lee Allen and Chris Smiley. 3 leads in the race overall, the JGW class coming together, and Allen's got the run, coming out Paddock Hill Bend. Packard tries to squeeze him, but Lee Allen's going to go through here and takes the lead of the race away from Jake Packard at Druids. This is exactly how it played out in race 1 of the weekend as well, as the race moved to its second half. Lee Allen came on very, very strong, and Packard began to fade. He's now going to have to work extremely hard to hold on to that second place, because Smiley is about to go through, as is Chris Smith, and Smith, 2 wheels on the grass, looks to jink through into third, if not second place, by the time they arrive in Surtees. In fact, he gains neither position. He's in the Cooper class. It's now Ollie Walker who's at the head of the class. Hamish Brandon in second position, with Shane Stoney following through in third. So it's rather unfortunate Josh Gollin's been somewhat shuffled down through that pack, as they all concentrate up on the brakes around the hairpin at Druids. So the fight for the lead gets ever more intense, and Smiley dives to the inside, 2 wheels on the grass. He's still going for it. He makes contact with Allen, pitches Allen sideways, and Allen still though finds the traction to squeeze Smiley onto the grass as they climb the hill towards Druids. So it's Lee Allen who holds into the lead, a slightly battle-scarred now Chris Smiley in second. It's Chris Smith in third, and Smiley, well, you can't fault the commitment there, but Lee Allen, robust defence but clean defence, and there was no way through for Smiley. Still the battling continues throughout the field, as Grace Williams is just put a lap down by Andy Wilmot, but she's busy battling away with Trevor Bates as the 5-second penalty ball goes out, and that is for Hamish Brandon, and that's going to take him off the Cooper class podium. So a real shame there, disgraced driver Hamish Brandon. No such concerns at the moment for Trevor Bates, as the race leaders accelerate their way past Sky Electric's employee Adrian Norman, accelerating along the Bradham Straight on towards the checkered flag, which is ready and waiting, and it's going to be victory here at Brands Hatch at the Mini Festival for the Allen. Second place goes the way of Chris Smiley, with Chris Smith completing the JCW podium. What about the Cooper class, I hear you ask? Well, they are still racing out on the far side of the circuit, as Lee Allen receives the acclaim of the large crowd and the marshals here. Will it be Ollie Walker who holds on to Cooper class honours? It is indeed. So it's Walker who wins the Cooper class from Shane Stoney and Hamish Brandon. Let's take a look then at the overall classification. The victory for Lee Allen from Smiley and Smith. Lawrence Davey, an excellent fourth. And John O'Brown from the back of the grid to fifth, a superb performance. Will Davison completes the top six. The JCW class then, the top three is the race overall. So Lee Allen from Chris Smiley and Chris Smith. And in the Cooper class, Ollie Walker taking honours from Shane Stoney, with Hamish Brandon still be on the podium despite that 5-second penalty. Huge cheers from the Blue Army, greet their man Lee Allen onto the rostrum. Now what has he drawn for the reverse grid race? It's the top six that will be reversed.
A return to form, Lee, second win of the weekend on your home track.
Yeah, it had to come right sooner or later. We've had a trying season so far, but I think we've sorted our demons out and we're doing good.
Nice win for you there, Ollie.
That's it, win number 2 of the year, so get him out of the way and then crack on with the rest of them, hopefully.
So do you think Hamish Brandon's penalty had any effect?
Not really, no. I mean, he got a JCW, got unlucky with that like I did yesterday, and that just gave me a big run on him all the way down the straight, and then I got him at the end of the straight, and that was it.
A great race for Lee Allen, his second win of the weekend. Can he make it 3? We will find out very, very shortly. Not so good for Jake Packen, but could the reverse grid in the third race work to his advantage? All will be revealed after the break, when we'll be back here at Brands for more fantastic racing.